And guys, these students were brave. Yeah, they spoke out. And those of you watching, if you also want to learn how to speak, then I recommend you to take this course of Muslim Mastery with Brother Arshad. And yeah, we need people that can speak out, because nowadays, guys, it's a war of words. And that's very important when it comes to you even getting married, you getting a job, you even defending your family. If you can't articulate and verbalize confidently, you'll get trampled all over, mate. So please take this course, link in the description.
That's a genya.
Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Jazakallah khair, and I appreciate all of you guys that have sent me messages about what has gone on in Wood Green Academy, and those of you that send me bits of news in general, because sometimes I do miss a lot of things that happen and I do go through my DMs. Even if I may not respond individually, I appreciate it. And hey, if you're the one to inform me about a specific topic and I cover it, then alhamdulillah, you get the reward. Okay, so what happened at Wood Green Academy here in the UK? They brought in a homosexual Muslim. As you do, knowing that homosexuality is a sin in Islam, in Christianity, in Judaism. And this homosexual Muslim misinterpreted the Quran by claiming that it didn't negate homosexuality.
I read the Quran, I read the Bible to see what does it say about homosexuality, and as far as I'm concerned, in my research, there isn't anything in the Quran that says homosexuality is a sin.
And some students, as you're supposed to do at school, spoke out, disagreed, and rather than them being spoken to in a respectful, in an understanding, in a pastoral way, here's what happened.
Alright, shut up and listen!
Good Lord.
I don't care. I've had enough. We live in a diverse and tolerant country. We are tolerant of different religions. 21 years ago, a group of Muslims smashed airplanes into buildings to kill thousands of people. At that stage, people stood up and say, no! We must not condemn Muslims for what a few have done.
Oh yes, indeed. So the students were told to shut up, and then a reference was made to 9/11 to, in effect, put them in their place.
Yeah, you said it's your own journey. Why is he advocating this to young people, young Muslims who are still learning their religion? You're advocating the wrong thing. Do you agree that being gay and Muslim is wrong?
No, I don't agree with that.
So you don't agree with you're telling younger years wrong information. First you said that there's no virgin in the Quran. Now you're saying there is virgin. And then you said you can't be gay in Islam. Then you said
I didn't say you can't be gay. That came from...
You said no.
So now you're saying you can be gay in Islam. You're telling people, first of all, okay, you be gay, yeah, it's fine, that's okay, you do what you want. But if you're telling other people to do your sin, don't think that's wrong.
So firstly, I would like to commend the students for standing up articulately, bravely, to know about their religion, and not only know about their religion, but to be confident about their religion and speak out in a way that I think as Muslims watching that video, we are proud of you young Muslims that spoke out and were not quiet, and those of you that recorded and filmed it as well. So the head teacher, Mr. J. Topham, he released a statement, and rather than talking about the two things that have really concerned the people, i.e. the shut up and the 9/11 reference, he hasn't mentioned that at all. In fact, he goes on to say it's been cut, it's been cropped, and it's been forwarded to the police, yeah, because of defamation of characters. And then he starts lecturing the public about the ethos of the school that has clearly not been demonstrated in this whole incident. So my question is, will Ofsted pay a visit to this school? Is the head teacher and the teacher that was telling students to shut up and made 9/11 references, is he fit for purpose? Now, if the head teacher's speaking like this, when he's had time to think about it, and that's his response, the teacher that was there spoke the way he did, are these two both fit for purpose, and does it make the school fit for purpose? What happened to freedom of religion? What happened to safeguarding of students? What happened to pastoral care of students? We're not seeing any of this, frankly.
Shut up!
Something needs to be done. There needs to be harsh and legitimate action taken against the school, against the staff, and there needs to be a better public statement than this, and we need to see something happening. Otherwise, It's only fair that people do hold the school under scrutiny, because that's where we are sending our children, our vulnerable children, to be educated. Sitting in a chair in front of you where you dictate when we go to the toilet. I'm speaking from the perspective of the students.
Shut up!
You decide when we go to the toilet. You decide what our grades are and in effect our future. You decide when we get to eat. You decide when we get to leave. So it's only fair that somebody that's been given that amount of power does not abuse it. And for our amazing students that did stand up, yes, there are loads of exams and you have to prepare and you go and you sit down and you answer a bunch of questions, X plus Y. But this was the biggest exam of all, where you had learnt about your religion and you saw something wrong happening and you stood up. In my eyes, that was an A star. That's an A star. That's a certificate. That's a graduation. You have graduated. You have attained A star and graduated a very important and integral lesson. And it's all well and good getting an A star in exams, but getting an A star in life where it actually matters, that's what makes you stand out from other people. Because there are loads of people that get A stars, but they just kowtow. They just put their head down just so they get a good job and a good wage. They don't want to ruffle feathers. So people that do ruffle feathers where it's legitimate, kudos and mashallah to you. And hopefully it's more inspiration for other people to do the same, not just haphazardly and randomly, where it's jaiz and where it's acceptable and where it should be done. Let's leave it there, guys. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.